Okay, hi YouTube. Just wanted to make a follow-up video. Working on a 90 F350 with the 460 engine. And recently I posted a couple YouTube videos on this truck. I've been having a hesitation problem. So I'll be going down the road and it feels like there's some kind of a electric glitch or something that causes it to start hesitating. Kind of like it's running out of fuel. And then I'd flip the fuel tank switch and it would just instantly fix that. One thing I noticed when I flipped the switch, there was a slight voltage jump or drop, and so I could not figure out what it was. So I changed the front fuel pump, all this stuff. I replaced the fuel pressure regulator with a factory OEM Ford pressure regulator, and it fixed it. And so I made a YouTube video and said this is what it is when your truck does that. About a week later it started doing it again. So I want to clarify that these older model 460s do have issues with the fuel pressure regulator. I have had that problem on another truck that fixed an issue similar to that, except it was pumping out black smoke and it was just over pressuring the fuel rail on that other truck and chugging like the choke was on, kind of a thing. So the fuel pressure regulator does go out on these. So with that little bit of disclaimer, it was just really strange that this particular case, the problem started happening again after about a week. Well, I was online on Ford truck forums and trying all these different things. I put a new computer in it. I was just doing everything I can, you know. I took it to the dealer, a good friend of mine who's a mechanic at our local Ford dealer. He couldn't figure it out, and he gave me a map sensor. And he says, here's an old map sensor I have that's brand new, old stock, to give it a try. So I drove it, fiddled around, and I decided, well, I'm going to try changing the rear fuel pump, because I hadn't done that. That was the only thing that I hadn't changed. And so before I did that, I came out and decided to go ahead and change the map sensor. Well, I'm here to tell you that that was the problem. Finally, I fixed the problem with the hesitation and the chugging. So just to clarify, when you're going down the road, the truck would just kind of jump, or first thing in the morning, I could start it up and it was just you know, just like it's just about ready to run out of gas, and you can floor it and it would rev up, but it just wouldn't idle. It seemed to be kind of low throttle issue that it was having. Very frustrating. If any of you are having that problem, I highly recommend you change the fuel pressure regulator for one thing, and also the map sensor. That's what the problem was for me. And I'll pull it out of the box. Here's the map sensor right here. And to be quite honest with you, I'm not even sure what it does. But it does control the idle. It has a vacuum line. I know a little bit about what it does, but not too much detail. So I wish I had a part number, but this is an old box and you can't see the part number. But map sensor 90 F350 importer. If you'll come around, let me just show you where it's at. So it's right here. You just disconnect that vacuum line, unplug this one connector, and then right back here use a 10 millimeter deep, take that nut off, and then slide off the bracket, and then there's a couple of little like 7 millimeter bolts holding it on. And very easy to change, completely fix the problem. And here's what it looks like. Just mounts right up underneath there. So that was the culprit. I can't believe it was something so simple. And then it's just a real simple reinstall. And that's it. Map sensor. So just here to tell you how glad I am that I finally figured that out. One other thing is I was about to replace the IAC valve, the idle air control solenoid. I unplugged it, plugged it in, It did, you know, the idle dropped down like I thought it was supposed to. It seemed like that was doing well. The EGR valve seemed to be okay. I unplugged and plugged the map sensor, and it kind of dropped the idle down, but nothing definitive. So anyway, I just decided to go ahead and change it, and that was a problem. So I'm so psyched. If any of you are having that problem in your truck where you're driving along and it just kind of jumps down and starts hesitating like it's starving for fuel, try the map sensor. Thank you and have a great day.